Good morning, people. Welcome to the stream. Hang out in my fish room, and everything gets done. And it's always easy, right? Right. What's going on, people? Let me say hi to people. I saw Bionic Bigfoot here. Good morning, Dennis. Good morning. Andy Carson's here. Good morning, Andy Carson. Dennis Christensen. Hello, hello. Sunday morning. Well, hello. Good morning. Bruiser CB. What's up? Morning. Things. Good morning. Anybody else here? Fish Streams is here. Awesome, awesome. Already at the bottom of the list. That cruiser. All right. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here. What do we got? Same thing every day. Hang on. I gotta cough. Be right back. Sorry about that. All right. That's a Jack Dempsey. No, it is not. Uh-oh. Territorial dispute. Zoe, old puppy, almost 12. 12 May. uh, lays in her little bed over here, all comfy like an old pupper. And then Monty, the dirty little cat that he is, likes to walk right up to her. And, well, I think what ideally is he just wants to snuggle with her. But she's such an anti-cat dog, like an anti-anything dog. Likes me. And anyway, so she gets all upset that the cat's up in her face, and then the cat just does it because he gets up and moves, and then there's a nice warm spot for him to lay in. that's that's how it goes. He's like, "Hey, that looks comfy." Walks over there. Zoe gets mad, barks out, gets up, walks away, climbs in her spot, and curls up and falls asleep. Every day, like 5 times a day. Anyway, sorry about that. Yeah. Is that a Jack Dempsey? No, it is not a Jack Dempsey. It is a it is a Geophagus. The Tapajos. Pyrocephalus. There's another one too that's been in quarantine for a while. We should look at it. Hang on. Let me get it. Pasture puppy. Old limpy dog. Alright. Yeah. There's also a fire mouth in Tapajo. I have a second Tapajo that's up here. Quarantine. But had an eye injury. And he's been in here for a long time now. I've ran second course of meds, speaking of that last week. Whoa. The animals are out here now. Bonnie, guilty.
Showsy 608 underscore Cody V said, "Ahoy hoy, folks."
Ahoy, hoy. Good morning.
Daniel Veles 2047 said, "Good morning, everyone."
Good morning. What's up, man? Good morning. Bonnie's been an interesting cat this past couple of weeks. I don't know if it's because it's spring out and he's been trying to get out every day. So instead of fighting him, I got him a harness and I've been taking him out on little excursions. So far, he's been doing pretty good with it.
Fish Capades Productions said, "Good morning, all."
Yo, what's going on? All right, let me probably take this.
Fishy underscore thing said, "Oh, this is fun. What a great feature. I gotta add this one."
Yeah. Yeah. All right, hang on.
Bionic Bigfoot Foti said good morning at Fishcapades Productions.
All right. Sorry about that. All right. So I don't know. What was I saying? Oh yeah. He had this eye injury. Yeah, it's on the other eye. But for a long time now. Quarantine. I ran a course of Marison. Waited a week. Ran a course of Marison 2. Waited a week.
Fishy underscore thing
Then I
said, can
waited
it do
a-
funny voices too?
If I programmed it to. Right now, all it does is this. I don't know. I use it was 11 Labs for the audio. Chatbot. AI. The voice. So they have a certain number of voices you can choose. Should have been here last week when we did that. I think it was last week we chose the new voice. It might have been 2 weeks ago. All right, I'm gonna. Oh. So anyway, just ran a second course of Marison in there.
Fishy
It just
underscore thing
ended.
said, does 11 labs cost monies?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. At least if you want to do that, you can use some stuff on 11 Labs for free. A chatbot like. I don't remember what it is. It's not like incredibly expensive. Well, you get charged by usage. You have so much, uh, like words per month that the AI will spit out, and then it costs like a certain. You can have it just cut off there, or you can have it to go over. It'll charge you. I think I've gone over like once. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna take 20% out of here. Use a gallon of RO, probably a gallon of tap water. And I'll probably do that tomorrow. Every day for a couple of days till I'm sure that. His injury looked better, then it started looking like it was getting worse, and then it looked better, then it started looking like it was getting worse. Not sure how. Here, I will off camera here. Hopefully.
Fish Dream said, have you done salt?
Not really. No, no salt. But like I said, it was like an injury, and it looked like it got infected, and it was getting like real bad. That's when I put him in quarantine, medicated. Been in here. Say I medicated for a week, then I didn't, and I waited a week. I medicated Marison 2 for a week, and then I waited a week. I think I might have waited 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Marison week. Marison again. Week. So he's been here like 5-6 weeks. Has gotten better. And I think I don't know if it was the other Geo in the tank that did that to him. Injured it on something in the tank. I don't know.
Fishy underscore thing said, have you done sugar?
How about a little butter? Yeah, I thought about the salt thing, but I don't know. I'm really wary about using salt. I've read conflicting things. And at the end of the day, I'm not sure what it's going to do. Action, my opinion. I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people seem to swear by salt, so I guess it has its uses. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. I figure if I'm using medication, I don't want to be adding stuff into the tank just in case. That's my real philosophy on that. Start adding salt, then you're adding another chemical into the water, and you never know. The meds combine with the salt instead of the, I don't know. I don't know. If I was gonna do salt, I would just do. I would just salt. Might get to that point. Thinking, course, like X or something. Water. All right. All right. Let's get over that. All right. He's just gonna chill. Check on him. Flounders. No, I did. I fed a lot of these dudes yesterday. Probably pretty.
Fishy underscore thing said I once kept fish in aquarium of Kool-Aid. A Lil Red 40 can do wonders for a fish's self-esteem.
I don't know how good that is. I don't recommend that. Gotta test this water and water change. Oh man, I don't know, guys. I think corner here. Test this water. I gotta break down one of these other tanks, and we'll see what time it is because I gotta get out of here early today. Ish. Family fun. That. Oh. Right. There's that. With me. Guys, it's been a while since you've actually seen me do this. Talk about this, but off camera. Huh? That interesting? Gotta get this other picture in picture. All sorts of stuff.
Fish Dreams said I want some geos for the 125, but I don't want the tank to be cloudy.
Why would the tank be cloudy? Does it constantly burn up the soil? What do you got for substrate? It's something like this is full filter sand and gravel. Honestly, I think there's a little clay, like a fired clay. Yeah. I don't think. I mean, I've had tanks with geos in, and the water doesn't get cloudy because of the geos. I mean,
Window
maybe if you
Licker
have dirt,
532 said good morning, everyone.
might get dirty.
What's up, Mr. Manifesto?
Yo,
Have the
what's
family
up?
on stream.
Have the family on stream. Yeah. I don't know. First of all, it's not here, so I have to try and set up over there. I don't know if that's gonna happen. And it's my brother's sister's family mostly. Parents. And my son. And his kids probably. Alright, let's go over here. Anyway. This is how I test water every week. Don't know. It's been a while.
Fishy _ Things said I once had a geo smallest car I ever owned, but I still don't think it would have fit in a 125, great gas mileage though.
Yeah, the Geo. The heck was that? Made those? Anyway. Alright. Drop checkers. Lord. Drop checkers are the ones for pH and planet tanks. Or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, it's some sort of checker. Turn it on. It uses a beam of light. Tell you what color it is. Take the calibration fluid. Get in.
Shouzy
Press the button.
608 _ Cody Fee said Ford Geo Metro.
Alright, now let's use tap. It uses tap water to calibrate. Take this. Here. Packets of agents. Nitrate. Shake. Whoa, thank God. Oh my God. Not good. Let's stir it up. So put it in there, press and hold, and in 7 minutes, it's gonna send that beam of light and read what color that is, and then determine a number from the color. Basically how these work. Takes the guesswork of having to sit there with a chart and like, is this orange or red or pink? thing, different agent packet, but yeah.
CR Fish said, "Good morning, Jason and chat."
Good morning. Made it. Good. Shake, shake, shake. 5 minutes. This one takes 7 total. This one takes 3. I guess that's the recommended time for the reaction to happen. The minutes or using. But you can just, if you were to like mix this up and set it down and forget it, shoot the number. Wait for the reaction, but all right. Then press. Minutes will have an answer. 5 minutes will have an answer. Throw scraps. Timer. All right. Timer started. Meanwhile, that's counting down.
Fishy_thing said, "Set it and forget it."
Set it and forget it.
Windowlicker 532 said, "Geo, I'm thinking of waking up my Dodge Challenger today."
Oh, I like that. He actually made the sound effect? That's pretty wild. Oh, whoa. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Gotta look out. Down here. Oh. Supposed to be a breezy day today, but sunny, but kind of on the cooler side. Still haven't like officially. We hit spring like one day, and then it went back to being cold. All right. I think we're good on that. Guesses. Guess is probably going to be a little higher because I fertilized last week.
Fishy_thing
307?
said, "I apologize in advance. I'm going to try sewn random sounds and see what this can do."
Just know that I think every person's on like a 20-second cooldown, so you can't spam. 307. A little up, but I knew it was going to be a little higher because I fertilized. I had iron last week and phosphates. Or potassium, not phosphates. Last thing I wanted was phosphates. Okay, now.
CR Fish said, "I forgot to turn the burner on for the hash browns.
Uh
Perhaps I need to go back to bed."
oh. Or at least have more coffee. Let's start the water change. The other thing I've done, I started doing that.
Shozy 608_code EV said, "Beep boop." Fishy_thing said, "Bark, woof, meow, ribbit, hiss, moo."
Yeah. You gotta do like grrr or what was the other one you did there? Oh, he did the woo, and it. Oh, okay, and that just made it sound like a. Oh, that's funny. Alexa, stop. 0.14 on the phosphates. Oh, that's really down. But the phosphate got in to be replaced, cleaned. 4. I did clean that filter out of quite a bit of junk in the bottom of it. Maybe that was part of the a lot of stuff in there breaking down. I gotta say, man, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna knock on some wood, but that Blackbeard's looking a whole lot better on that log. I don't know. If it's me, hope somebody else can confirm. Find a like old like pair. Fast and hmm. Hmm.
That's lovely, that is.
Yeah. Enjoy it while you can, Captain. Taking you out.
That's lovely, that is.
Yes.
Fishy underscore things said, okay, now I'm going to get weird with it. Hi, third feet FDX Girth!
Laser, what's going on? Good morning. All right. Martian. Oh. 8.2 on the nitrates. Cool. Water change. We can do this. Nitrates. Up slightly. 8.1 last week. Kind of we're climbing. Dropping again. Phosphates. Like down. Guesses. Right around 300. I'll find a way if I can.
Dennis 52,947 said Blackbeard not looking healthy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the plan. All right. Let this drain. Oh yeah, I was talking. I started saying it. Sidetrack. But this is the 75-gallon fish tank and
Window
Tiger
Licker
Pleasure.
532 said it looks better. I'm surprised you ferted last week, and there seems to be less BBA this week.
Yeah, I did furt last
Shozy
week because
608 underscore Cody V said, did you change the flow?
we got rid of the power head that was in the corner that kept falling off, but I got sick and tired of it, so I just pulled it out. We got rid of originally we got rid of. I'd read this thing, did a little deep dive, and I was using AI just to around and fitted out some information that really sent me down a rabbit hole about gas exchange blackbeard algae. One of the things says is it was a lack of CO2, right? And I've also heard that a lot of people, when they add CO2 to a tank, it kills the blackbeard algae like almost outright. So I took, and a lot of times, like a lot of like people think like adding an air stone is gonna add all this like oxygen and stuff in the tank. What it does is it actually ends up gassing off any excess CO2, so you have the CO2 imbalance, which is a big thing, I guess, for blackbeard or any kind of algae. So I took the sponge filters out. I had the hang on the back running times. Kept that. Got rid of the power heads. So basically, it's just one hang on the back. The flow is kind of like medium, a little on the slower side. I kind of like that. I don't want it like, unless it gets too loud when it's constantly flowing like that. So I don't know. Whatever I'm doing, I'm kind of just gonna keep doing it because I think it's actually working. Added plants. That was a big thing, I think. Although some of these plants are looking kind of like these Anubias. These are the ones that got like hit with. I think they got really hot in the summer. It was like 130 degrees in the bag or some shit like that. So they've been kind of, I don't know. See if they bounce back. Anyway, that's that. This tank.
Fishy_things said I'm gonna unalive on this hill, Red 40. If doesn't kill the algae, at least it'll look cool.
Oh. I started doing the drip bypass flow siphon thing yesterday. Like a slow water change. And it's on a timer. It fills. It's about like in a gallon an hour. The flow rate. A lot less. How much is filled? This is just cold water. Dripping in, dripping out every hour, so that bucket kicks on. Means whatever's in there.
Elaine, Louiscart 5459 said, maybe try some sword and stem plants now.
Maybe. Maybe. Interesting. I still have. I did also add a pothos in the back there too, and that might actually kicked it up a notch, because I took like a fully already like acclimated into aquatic. Took it from another tank. Stuck it in there, roots and everything. You can see the roots in the back. Okay. Here, kind of. Maybe it's root. So that might be sucking up a lot of extra nutrients. Oh, I'm just gonna go. Anyway, this tank. Saying about this tank. This tank has nothing you can see in here, right? There's some king tiger plecos. Some of them are K, some of them are not. There is a black ghost knife. I saw him this morning. Came down here. Got up at like 4 in the morning. Thing. But this used to have a couple of G died. I gotta get something. Other fish. Had some angels. Videos are cool. I mean, the Blackbeard. I mean, look at the difference of the Blackbeard. See how black that Blackbeard is? That is Blackbeard. Probably healthy looking Blackbeard. This brown beard. Brown beard and Blackbeard. Gotta get this Fishroom in order, and then I can start thinking about adding stuff. Honestly, I gotta get it. So we're gonna spend probably a couple of streams managing it. Break some tanks down. Play some music. Fish. Them around. Then I want to start the feeding project for those. That involves this center rack. I think I'm going to break down these 20 longs on the bottom here. A couple of reasons. A, my cat keeps chewing the airlines. Tanks have been running with airlines for a while now. B, these are bottom tanks, and I hate it. I hate them down there. Pain in the ass to get down there, pain in the ass to work on. Works great for sumps. Maybe I set that half up like this half. But it would be 30, that's 29s up top. 20s, and then drop the sumps. Find a place for the 33 long. Maybe I move those rainbows into 75. Options. Either way, that's like, I'm still on the fence of what I'm doing there. I don't know if I'm going to break those down or not. Do need to break down this one.
Shozy, 608_Cody V said, do you see the minnow fin? Yes, I see a minnow fin.
Minofin. See the Minofin? Yes, I see. Get it. I get it. Almost done. Water change. We're gonna move out of the way. I already mixed the water up so that.
Here comes the rain again,
Oh,
falling on my head like a memory, falling on my head like a new emotion.
what's up, dude? Good morning. Oh. Angled. This. Way. Posted.
Fishyman64 said, good morning, everyone, and you to Jazzren.
Good morning, dude. All right. Borkin. Kitty Borkin. There's puppy Borkin. Guarantee it. Happening again. Bonnie. Oh, it's Lily this time. Lily, you leave her alone. Lily, you leave your sister alone. Lily likes to pretend she's a good cat, but she's not a good cat. She's a bad cat. And she's a little cat. A little tyrant. Likes to beat up Monty. So Monty's like twice the size as her. Takes it. Takes it. He's like, alright. Sorry. One day he ran out. Thing he's been doing lately is running out. So did it, got out there, and come back in. First thing that Lily did was like, all that he was outside, and she just whipping him. What are you doing out there? Slap. Cat slaps. Happy. Mad kitty. Like a tyrant. Tyrant. Really tyrant. We'll fill this back up. Up and oh, cool. Tank is filled. Good. All right. Go. Doing, Lily? Vulcan. Better run, Lily. Got your camera. Ah, it stirred up a lot of mold on the bottom there. Dying Blackbeard. Here. Worms. Buzz. Still getting the water from. The other pump is just. It was either yesterday or the day before. Weird. Well, what it was is it was like pump. They were like, I don't know if you know how these work. They work on a.
Window Licker 532 said, hey, peeps, don't forget to smash the like button.
Right. Forget peeps. That's pretty. This is just a tank full of album also. Then I have these Fluval. These are like breeder boxes. But uh-huh. But anyway, air bubbles come up and come out here, and water comes out with it. Yeah, air bubbles. Air comes up this tube, takes air, water with it, and then it. Basically, it's a way to keep. They're called breeder boxes, you know, for whatever. Put fry in there, you put whatever you want in there. Worms. But anyway, yeah. It was I don't know, it wasn't pumping like I had in the air. I was pumping, so this was getting all stagnant. So I turned it up. It also one's fine. Did feed out of this. I am going to. Oh. Pump back up. Okay. Shove it. excess. All right. No matter how much flow I get going through there, that water just. All right. Well, let that go. Oh. Nice. It worked. So. Yeah, blackworms are some nasty, nasty worms, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Anybody ever keeps a colony of them? I mean, I did that whole breeder box thing so that water wouldn't get stagnant. Like I used to keep it in a 2.5 gallon tank with like a sponge filter in there, and that was even nastier. At least it's like it doesn't get stagnant, but whatever they do, that substrate, man. Worms do, right? They break down. They're just greatest. The things in nature that break everything down. Firehead coming out, looking. Such an OG original like fish keeping fish, and still to this. Jack Dempsey's are. I almost got a Jack Dempsey instead. Those guys tend to be a little more aggressive. Yeah. I'm gonna call this next week. Water's a little cloudy because of the cloudy for like the day. If I would have mixed it up yesterday, it probably would have been. That's that. The auto. Let's go over here. Over here. A while ago, we broke this. We took all the fish out of this tank. Broke it down. Sitting here. Got some snaps. About it. So I think today. Rid of this. Time to break it down. Break it down again. Oh, sleep. No more building up. It is time to dissolve. All right. Escapes. There, let's. One of the reasons why this tank's got to go, because the whole corner here is super tight. Yeah, good enough. I'll work from the side. You guys stay there. This is the first tank I ever I aquascaped at the one that Fishymon won. Told everybody to F himself. I'm sure he remembers that. I don't know. Fishymon. Filter out of here.
Greg Guppy Guy said, so this is the backwards tank.
This is the backwards tank. You're absolutely right. Somebody remembers. Wow. Wow. Memory. I mean, it made no sense not to do it the way I was thinking. Matter of fact, I still don't understand why they didn't do it that way. It made no sense. There was like one row of tanks, right? Could have walked down the middle, and if everybody would have escaped it the way I escaped it, you could have walked down the middle, and you would have left and saw the tanks, and then looked right and saw the tanks. But no, they wanted to make you look down, walk down, and go your head to the right, and then you had to go down another aisle and put your head to the right or left, depending on which way you did it. Just backwards. Made no sense. People lack vision, man. Yeah, that was fun though back in the day. That was like, I mean, I don't fault that. I mean, whatever. Anybody can do the aquascaping thing, but it got a little too like, I don't know, like professional. I think is the word I'm looking for. Like the first year I did it, it was like $50. You know what I mean? And you were in. Like, all right, that's cool. I think the next year it was maybe 100, maybe 75. It went up a little. And then the year after that, it was like they wanted $150. Most of their stuff, you had to bring half your own supplies. So it was like, whoa, all right. No. That was cool. And it was no longer amateur. All right. It's dry for a while. Algae covered rocks. Blackbeard. Good. Line the garden with them. Unbleach them. A lot of stuff like this is dragonstone. Not dragonstone. Sayuri stone. Elephant rock, maybe? I don't remember. Got like all the But it's covered in algae, so. Bottom. Get a net. A net. Duck. I want to break it down. I got that in my head. Whatever. Clean my. I want to make it big. It's Tears for Fears, in case you guys are wondering. And that's the beauty of decay. Algae.
Window Licker 532 said, I'll crank up Joyride for Jason later today.
Going on a joyride. Dude, that was stuck in my head for a while too. That was my wife and I went to breakfast playing on like a promenade shops, like outside, you know, and like outdoors. All right, let's we gotta siphon dirty water out of here. Oh wow, a whole bunch of algae in that corner. Fog. Sec. Go over here and see if I can fix this. Should actually be able to. Kill that siphon. Grabby. Higher than this. And it shouldn't clog. The other thing I got to deal with is Inkbird. Still plugged in. Shit. Falls out of the sink like. Damn it, man. Ugh. Well, fell out of the sink and just started draining on the floor. Why I do this in the basement? Mops do not like to work when it's not wet. They're like hydrophobic when they dry. I want to break it down. No more sleepy dreaming. I mean, it was like 5 seconds. How much water could have spilled out? Apparently, 300 gallons. Sorry, guys. Probably loud. All right. How's that tank looking? Pretty empty. Get some gravity with me. There we go. Join me. Gonna hold a fish.
Window Licker 532 said, "So is there any games this afternoon at your Bother's place? If not, bring a dozen eggs over for a good game of egg toss. Plus, it's not your place and you don't have to clean up the mess."
I believe it's at her father's house, so I don't know if I want to be messing up his house. Oh. All right. Round first. Round on the line. Gravity. All right. That. Hang on. All right. I think I can do this. Out here. Let's see. Let's get you guys out of this corner. Around. Ta-da. Grip and fall. There. Here. Really need this bucket. Let's do that. Whoops. Whoops. First. Can. Man, that sucks. All right. Now. This. As much as possible. All right. That stuff I just pumped. All right. Another bucket. Go. Da-da-dum. 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 I am probably going to need to use a different bucket. Just temporarily. Right there. And plastic algae scraper, or plastic scraper. And give it scraping. It's got a lot of scale on it and stuff, so. Ow! There. That was my nose. Probably good enough. Trying to get off the glass and whatnot. So it doesn't dry on and become like impossible. Stick that there. Real quick. Set you here. Out of the way. You over here. Sorry. We're gonna kind of like we're panning. Almost all of it.
Whips underscore world said, "Hiya, beautiful people. Let's
What
get
up, Whip?
tanked."
What's going on, man? Just one minute. If I can stop spilling water over the floor, it'd be great. Anyway, the reason why I wanted to use the empty bucket is because how much water I was gonna. That one's almost full. So this.
Greg Guppy Guy said, "DG doing all that grunting, probably paddy going this morning."
Yeah. Good old plumbing streams. All right. Dump this water out. Oh god. Shit. Spill some water. Leg. Nasty fish water. Dump the sand out. I will take the sand. Add it. That's that. I really spilled that water on my leg. Oh well.
Peplin Creek Aquatics said, "Jason, good morning.
Good
Lurking while
morning.
packing for a fish swap today."
All right, man. Cool. Well, have fun at that. Selling or are you shopping? Both. You vendor? Alright, we gotta clean this algae out of the sink.
Peplin Creek Aquatics said, "Selling but maybe buying if we see something we like."
Nice. I like it. I approve. Alright. I am going... Yeah, that's good. Hands are wet. Wet in my pants.
Whips underscore world said, "I'm heading into Chicago to hit my favourite fish swap. So group hug and blanket hellos, everybody."
Right on. Oh. Alright, let me, we're just looking at that. Yeah, tank's now gone. See if I got this, Wrap it up here. Good, because it's probably a good time for. Just want to check this. Turn it off with the app. That's that.
Windowlicker 532 said, "Make sure you change your pants. You have a soggy bottom now. Don't let the family think you're losing it."
Well, I'm pretty sure the family's convinced I've already lost it, but you know, I hear you. I'm definitely gonna change. I was wearing whatever grubby pants anyway. I'm in these Fishroom because I know how it gets. Gonna have to change anyway. All right. Hold. God, I got towels. All right. Well, I am here. Move this rimless tank for now. Store that.
Pum pum pum, pum pum pum, pum pum pum, pum pum pum.
Right. Pum pum pum. Top off this 33 long. It looks. Oh.
Greg Guppy Guy said DG's cheese slid off the cracker a long time ago.
Right. Saltine cracker. Right. Yeah, wrap this cord up, and I think that's gonna be it, guys. We'll work on getting that fish tank away. The one's away. Yeah. We will do this again. Place, same time. We always do. I know. But yeah, I appreciate everyone hanging out. We got a lot accomplished in that hour and a half. Yeah, so.
Fisherman64 said Jazrin wet his pants. What's new? He does that every day.
Wet my pants. Yeah. Yeah, guys, so, yeah. Like I said, thanks for hanging out. I gotta get going. I got a family thing I gotta do in like an hour. Gotta shower and change. Yeah. But yeah. Got any questions, comments, leave it down below. I do read all that stuff. Anything you want to email me, show off behind the scenes, that there. Otherwise, hit the like if you haven't, subscribe if you're not. Again next week. Do it all again. Got a whole nother list of stuff to take care of. So we'll just keep going. All right, guys. Thanks. See you again. Bye.